smoothest stones, sitting with the river's bones, glimmer with the white of passing light in this unknown. And sprouting seeds, pushing through the forest green, making up their way, and day by day.
Okay, so it's been a while since I worked on this bag, and I actually think I'm gonna be starting over. I've been really busy with, I've just been really busy. I had a course that I went to last weekend, and I was doing that all weekend, so I wasn't able to really have any time to work on it. But I think I'm actually going to restart it because I think I might have messed up at the beginning, and I think I could do a better job if I restarted. And now that I've done it once, I think I'll be able to do it better. I really only did the first row, which was the foundation stitch, like the foundation single crochet stitch. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be frogging all this and trying to restart. The class that I went to over the weekend was a spine course, but I was actually one of the patients in the course. Like, they asked for people in the class if they had back pain or whatever to be patients, and I have back pain, and sometimes I have leg pain too for my back pain, and I was patient. And one of the things that my group said is that I need to stop sitting the way I normally sit when I'm crocheting, because I sit in flex positions for way too long. So that is something I'm working on. So I think I'm going to try to, I'm still working on having my setup ready for where I can crochet at, and I'm hoping I can get some sort of desk looking setup, or just somewhere more ergonomic that isn't hurting my back and everything. But anyways, I'm going to frog this whole thing and literally just start over, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, I always just tell myself every time I have to undo work or redo stuff, it's a learning experience and I get better with it. So that is the attitude I have. It's definitely new because I've never had to do it where you are crocheting 2 strands at once. So, and I think I put stitch markers every 20 stitches or something so that I wouldn't lose track. It's taking my cat everything in all of her self-control not to attack this yarn. This is so funny. This looks like ramen noodles. That's my favorite thing to say, is when you are frogging your work, it looks like ramen noodles. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, and then I'll show you all my ramen noodles. Okay, here is my pile of ramen noodles. Oh, they look so funny to me. Okay, now I need to start all over, and I'm going to be doing, I think it's 108, let me look at the pattern, 108 foundation single crochet stitches, and then and then you have to slip stitch it to the other one, which I did that part wrong, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm going to use my computer and look up a video again on how to do the foundation single crochet. I don't think it should take me too long because I've already done it once. I just need a refresher. Okay, I'm gonna work on getting this first round done, and then I'll check in after, because I've already showed you guys me doing this once, I feel like. My cat is giving herself a full-on bath over here, so if you hear that, that's what's going on. She's being very obnoxious. Okay, I'm going to work on this, and then I will check back in. So I'm gonna check in on where I am on my sister's bag. I have been working on it, and I finished the first 7 rows, and the next part changes, the type of stitch changes, so I figured I would check in here. But this is where I am so far. I literally just have this. Yeah, it's just single crochet stitch, but I did make a mistake in the first row. But I don't feel like undoing it, and it's not that noticeable, and since it's just going to my sister, I don't think she'll care. But yeah, my tension is definitely not exactly the same throughout, because my first row, even though I did it's a foundation single crochet, it's still a little bit tighter. My first row is always a little bit tighter than the other ones, but I think it might be able to stretch a little bit. But next I'm learning a new stitch, which is the cross double crochet, which doesn't seem too bad actually. That's what I have to do for the next round. But after this, so now I'm done with round 7, and after this we just continue into like one spiral, and that's where I tend to get confused on where the round begins and ends. So I'm going to have to make sure I'm marking it so that way I don't get confused on where it starts and ends. Let's see, I just have to figure out how to make this cross stitch or whatever. I might watch a video on it real quick, and then I'm just gonna work on this for like 30 minutes or so, see how far I can get, or if I can at least figure out the stitch. Okay, I think I figured out how to do this stitch, so I'm just going to sit here and work on it. I just need to figure out how to mark where my first stitch is so that way I don't lose where the round begins. Also, I need to figure out if I'm supposed to skip this one. I'm gonna actually go around and count my stitches to make sure there's 108 real quick.
It's just a spring to summer's call. We do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems to know. All we have is just part of how it goes, how it goes. This I know. And little birds jumping out the nest to learn. Never gonna fly, but staying high, and this I know. And timid stars waiting for the after hours, painting with the light showing every night, this I know. Winter falls, just a spring to summer's call. We do that, we're just human after all. Sun or snow, all the life it seems to know. And all we have is just part of how it goes, how it goes. This I know. to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday. My friends are getting married, they're all settling down, so I'll lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round. And it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean. And it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. Seen my twin brother.
Okay, this lighting is terrible. Hang on. This lighting is not helping my head, but I want to check in on the bag progress. So I didn't follow the pattern like exactly, and I don't have the exact right amount of stitches in my rounds. I think I have one less stitch than I'm supposed to. I thought I had like 2 extra or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, this is the progress of the bag. I have all of like the main rounds done. Now it's to the point of the handle, and you have to do a foundation single crochet, which I attempted to do and I didn't like how it looked, so I took it out and I just marked where I'm gonna put the handles at. I think this is where I'm gonna put them at. And I'm just gonna improvise and kind of freehand a little bit with using the pattern to help, and just hope that it looks okay. I do have an odd amount, I think, so might throw it off a little bit, so I might end up adding an increase in somewhere. I don't really know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm gonna do my best, and that's all that matters, and I'm sure it'll end up turning out fine. I was just a little worried because like they wanted you to start the handle here on the end, and I don't think I'm gonna like how that looks because there's this like seam looking part here from where I slip stitched at the beginning, and I would like that to be on the side, so I'm making this the side and making the handles in the middle. So I'm gonna go with that plan, and I think it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna kind of start the round in and then make the handle here and go around, and then I'll have to count one more time to make sure it's the right amount. But I'm making mine 26 spaces. They did 25, but I think mine's 26. But I have to count to make sure it's the right amount of stitches around. If not, I might just try to add in an increase randomly. But yeah, that's the progress. I'm taking a little break. I have a headache, but I've been crocheting for, I don't know, hours now. So I got all the way to done with row 27, moving on to row 28 next. And the only thing I'm thinking about fixing is this little hole I have here, which I don't know if I skipped this. Yeah, I think I might have skipped this stitch, which honestly might be why I have the wrong number. But actually no, because it's only 1 stitch, not 2. So I don't really know what happened there. But there's kind of this little like hole here that's bigger than the rest. I might end up adding something in there to close that up. We'll see how noticeable it is once I'm done. But anyways, it's looking pretty good. I like how it's looking, and I still have to sew the bottom together and fold it up and like sew the corners over. But I know I'm gonna have this done this week, so I'm finally gonna be posting this video this weekend. I don't know if I'll finish it tonight. We'll see. I'm gonna check in on Brianna's bag, my sister's bag that I've been crocheting. I had to go off pattern because when do I ever stick to the pattern? No, just kidding. I usually do stick to the pattern, but I didn't like how they like wanted you to start the straps, so I just kind of did my own thing. And this is the beginning of the strap here, and I'm on my way around. Actually, I'm at the point where I need to make the second strap and then connect it here, and then I think I need to go to at least this point here. I'll have to see how it looks, but I just hope it doesn't look crazy. Right now I'm a little bit concerned because when I like fold it in half, like this part here, like how it goes down looks right, but then over here I think I don't know. I just don't know if this should be level here like it is. So I'm just gonna make the next strap. I have to concentrate a little bit because I have to count 42. I keep forgetting, so that's what I have to look at the pattern for. I'm going to make the strap and connect it, and then I think I'm going to finish over to where I started, and then I think it's just like single crochets after that. So it shouldn't be too bad to finish up the pattern, hopefully, as long as I can find it in here. Once I get the straps put on, it's 82. Okay, 82. I don't know what I said before. 82. Yeah, 82, and then after that I just do single crochets for 4 more rounds. Okay, just gonna crochet away.
How easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married to an angel in human form, but I still think about Nashville. We're staying here the right call, and it's always gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the...
I just finished the first like row after the handles, and I think it's going to work out the way that I did it. They're like really curled up right now if I let go of them. So this is like how it's looking so far. I have to sew up the bottom obviously too after I finish the handles, but I think it's going to work, which this is like a good distance too for the handles. The only part that's like makes it a little bit off is right here. I just feel like maybe it's a little too short compared to side, but I don't think it's going to be too noticeable. I could have technically probably done a full half double crochet there, but I thought it would be too long. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm just going to keep going around. If anything, it's just like one single crochet. It's too short. But I have 4 more rounds around until that part's done, and then I just have to sew the bottom together. But yeah, this is the progress so far, and it's looking pretty good. I have this much of the yarn left, so I'm probably gonna have to open up more to finish it, but we'll see how far this gets me. My camera battery's about to die, so I'm just gonna keep working on this, and I'll check in maybe once I have the straps done if I might not be able to finish all this right this second because I have a haircut soon, but just gonna work on this. But my battery's gonna die, so I'll check in later. My hair is crazy because I just got out of didn't just get out of the shower, but I got out of the shower like 30 minutes ago, so my hair is wet. And I also have a pimple patch on my face, so don't mind that. I finished the straps on the bag, and I was actually blocking them with like textbooks. Like I wet it and put them between it because they were kind of like not flat, I guess. So I'm gonna actually take those off and see if it looks better. Oh yes, it already looks better. So now they aren't so wavy, they're flat. I don't know how I feel about the straps, but I don't know if I want to redo them yet. I feel like I did them how you're supposed to, and I think they look okay. It's just like I don't know if I like how like the corners are on this, how it's kind of like rounded. Like I almost feel like it needs to be a little bit more straight up, if that makes sense. But I also didn't want to make it like a 90-degree angle because I just thought that might look weird. But I don't know, maybe if it's on, it's not too bad. It fits nicely around my shoulder, so that's good. I weaved in all the ends except for the one for the strap just because I wasn't sure exactly what my plan was. And then I have the bag flipped inside out right now because I was gonna sew the bottom up, which I've never actually sewn before, I don't think, a crochet project, so this will be a first for that. I'll be sewing up the edge, starting with like the edge from before that was sewn up, if I can find it. Oh, right here, yeah. So I'll be sewing that together. I hope there's an even amount. I actually don't think there is, so that might be a problem, but that's okay. I'm going to take some of these out actually to use to mark stuff on the bottom. I'm gonna mark like a spot and count around, and then I'm going to figure out what kind of stitch I want to do to close it up. I think I know what I want to do. I want to try to make one that's sturdy, which I think I found one online that I could do. So I'm just going to count around to see how many stitches there are. Hopefully there's an even amount. If not, I'm going to make it work, but let me just do that and then I'll be back. So I just counted around and there's actually 108 stitches, which is perfect. So there will actually be an even amount. So now I just have to figure out how I'm gonna stitch it together. So this will be one and this will be the other. Yeah, I think I just need to figure out how to start the stitch and then I'll go from there. But I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna keep it double-stranded maybe for this stitch so it's stronger. So I'm gonna use the double-stranded here, and you're supposed to use a needle, but I'm gonna see if I can keep it connected to the two things of yarn or not. I'm honestly not sure because I've never done this before, but I think once I get it started, it'll be fine. I looked up on my phone a couple different kinds of stitches to do. The one that I think I'm gonna do is the mattress stitch is what it's called. I just have to look how to start it and then I'll be good.
I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow, and it comes but it won't last, like you watching your life, waiting for the good part, and what kills me inside, and avoiding the happy ending.
My hair is still crazy, but I hate the way the corner is turning out. So I sewed the whole bottom together and I tried to do the corner where you make like the triangle, but it's not even, as you can see. I think I just accidentally put the stitch over too far now that I'm looking at it, so I need to go through and try to take out all of the string and to restart it to move it over, because whenever I flip it the right way it just doesn't look right. So it's actually harder than I thought it would be to sew it on there, but as you can see it does not look right. So I'm gonna have to go through and take it out and restart, but I'm gonna take a break because not that I'm getting frustrated, but I know I will get frustrated if I keep going, and that's not what I want to happen, so I'm gonna take a break. I wanted to post the video of me finishing this today because it's Saturday today, but it's not gonna happen. There's no way. But hopefully I could get it up maybe tomorrow, as long as I finish this tonight and edit the video. But like I said, I'm gonna take a break, and I don't think it'll take me much longer. All I have is those two left, and then as long as I'm keeping the handles the way they are, then the handles are done, and I just have to cut this and weave in the end for it. But yeah, it's getting somewhere at least. I just have to fix the bottom of it, and then it'll be done. But I'm gonna eat some lunch because it's 1:36 now, and I don't know, maybe work on some other stuff and then I'll come back to it. There's people doing fireworks outside, so if you hear that, don't mind that. But I finished the bag completely. Everything is weaved in, all the ends are weaved in and everything. The whole thing is done. So I'm gonna show you the bag. I can't get, this is not a good view. Let me just show you holding it up first. So here's the bag. And it fits nicely over my shoulder. The bottom has like a single crochet stitch pattern It's pretty, like, I feel like it's pretty sturdy on the bottom, which is good. And then it's sewn so that the corners are like squared. But yeah, this is how it turned out. I'm excited to give it to my sister. She wants to use it as a book bag, which I was afraid it wouldn't hold, but I actually tried putting like a binder in here and a binder fits, so she could, but hopefully it holds up for her. But yeah, this is how it turned out. And I think if I made it again, I would try to do a little better job with the squaring it there, and then also with this part here. I think I would make the straps a little bit more squared off because they're kind of like really turned there, but I think if I like skipped one stitch there, it could have been a little bit more squared off. But that's how it turned out. I would love to get her reaction of getting it, but I really want this to go up tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure she's still working, and I think she works late tonight, so I unfortunately won't be able to get her reaction, but that's okay. I'm probably gonna give it to her tomorrow or whenever I see her next. But yeah, I'm excited how it turned out. I think I could do better if I made this again. It took me a long time, and I think it wouldn't take me as long the second time. I kind of went off pattern a little bit, but it is what it is. But anyways, that is, what is it, part 3 or 4 of making my Christmas gifts for my family. I still have at least one more part because I need to make my stepmom's present still, which she picked out doilies that are like Halloween themed, so that's why I haven't been super rushed to do hers, because it's not Halloween yet. But that's gonna be the next thing that I'm trying to make as a Christmas gift. But I might end up posting another video in between just because it takes me a long time to make these, and it's hard for me to get that up in a week, so you might see something else different in between then. But just know that I'm working on that next. Anyways, it's really hot in here and I want to turn the AC back on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. And if you're interested in seeing more videos, then you can hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon to turn on post notifications. If you do decide to subscribe and stick around, then I will see you in my next video. Bye!